Good morning, Tuesday the 6th of September 2016 on a rather hot, well I say it's hot, it's not that hot, but it's very sticky. It was sticky all last night and it's sticky this morning, boys and girls, just turning on my integral air conditioning. Are you feeling hot and sticky today? I've just spoken with my nephew who's up to north, Gary Butler, international, and he said it's all right up there, but down here, rather sticky and steamy. Well, you probably notice it's always steamy when I'm around, boys and girls. Now, we have messages flooding in here to the United Kingdom Talk television studios, boys and girls. Good morning to Darls Buffet, who runs Radio Norfolk, which is on a tiny little island in the South Pacific, one of the most beautiful places you could ever want. Lucky people that live there. Lucky people. Hello, Darls, who informs me that hot water and salt will remove the dried-on, crusty old porridge on the bottom of my slow cooker. I've actually decided, Darls, it's easy putting the stuff in and eating it. Oh, it's delicious. Porridge from a slow cooker. But it's the cleaning up, dear. It just sticks to that bottom, and it's not an easy clean. Is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it. So this morning I tried yet another new method to do my porridge. Now, usually I stick it all in a Pyrex glass jug type thing, to be honest. Now, you know, and you're supposed to pour it out the jug into a bowl. I don't bother because there's only me here. So once it's in the jug, then I eat it out the jug. I mean, who knows? Who knows? You know, who knows that I'm not putting it into a bowl? Doesn't matter, does it? Eh? So what I do usually is shove it in the microwave, 4 minutes, maximum warp, and then it's done. But it's not quite done. Certainly not done as well as it is in the slow cooker. So this morning, what I did is I did the same, put it in the microwave, but instead of putting it on full power for 4 minutes, I put it on low power for, I think it was about 10 or 15 minutes, and that worked better. So there's my new method of doing it, and no crusty porridge in the bottom. However, thank you, Darls, for your informative information on how to remove dried-on porridge from the bottom of my ceramic slow cooker. Thank you very much, Darls. Thank you, much appreciated. Good morning to Charlie Chalice again, whose birthday it was yesterday. He says, oh my God, I do remember you paying me into chariots. I was there doing a survey. I'm sure you were. You were so busy that I didn't see you. Strange noises now and again from your little room, but I didn't actually see you, Charlie, so thank you for that. Good morning to Johnny Key. Now, we had the Union Jack. Just a moment, please. We had the Union Jack yesterday, and I'm not sure... I think I'll be right in saying that most people are not sure what way up this is supposed to go. You see, so we got that way, okay, which is, look carefully. You see that bit there, right? That bit there, that bit there, that bit there, right? You see the red is kind of low. Now, if I turn it the other way round, 1 moment, please, you'll see the red is high, and it's supposed to go one way up, but I'm never quite sure which way it's supposed to go up, because Johnny Key says, Chris, next time I see you, I'll happily remind you which way up the Union Jack, the Union flag. It's not the Union Jack. That's the other thing. It's not called the Union Jack. The Union Jack, I think, is something to do with boats. It's the Union flag. So I'll happily remind you which way up the Union flag should be. When flown upside down, it is a distress signal. Well, I hope no one just suddenly clicked on that part. And at this moment, fire engines, ambulance, police are all rushing around here because they thought it was a distress signal, boys and girls. They did. I am not in distress. Not this morning, anyway. Sometimes I am. Today, not in... Well, I am in distress, actually. I'll come to that in a minute. Very, very worrying. Very worrying. Yes. Good morning to Gustav. It's not Gustav, it's Gustav. Because it's foreign sounding, see. Oh, someone sang a foreign song last night at the karaoke. They say Wonderful Dream by Anne-Marie David. Well, we say Anne-Marie David, but it is actually Anne-Marie David. It's le cas français. Français. Ouvrez les fenêtres. Bonjour, mon ami. Yes. They sang it in French. You know that song. You and I, we have a dream to fly. Wonderful dream, beautiful dream. Don't let it die. No, he sang it in foreign. Here, in the UK. I couldn't believe it. What a cheek, dear. Won't be able to do that when we come out of the European Union. We are banning all foreign languages from this country. It's outrageous, dear. Can I sing it in French? I beg your pardon, dear. Did it say Paris as you came through? No, dear. He was very good, actually. Nice to have a song in their native tongue. In their native tongue. I like that word, tongue. Do you like that word? Tongue. People eat tongue, don't they? Oh, how can you eat the tongue of another animal? How disgusting. Or another animal, come to think of it. They all come in here, don't they, with their dead animal sandwiches. Disgusting. Gustav says, darling, what another amazing show yesterday. Thank you very much, Gustav. Yes. You looking very smart last night. Although perhaps he turned up at the karaoke last night. Perhaps a little bit too much moisturiser on your face, my lovey. Eh? It was shining a little bit last night. It was shining. I had to turn the lights down at one point because they were blinding me. And that's from the stage. Another great night at Central Station doing your karaoke. I can confirm for your you say viewers. It's millions, dear. Millions of viewers. I can confirm for your millions of viewers that if your waistline does change with the colour of your clothing. Last night, in that white shirt, you looked as big as the tent on the Great British Bake Off. Did I really? I was aware that the shirt I was wearing last night, which is actually this one, I was wearing this one last night. Often, you'll see me doing these chat shows with the shirt either that I worn last night or the one I'm going to wear tonight. Because, you don't wash a shirt after you've just been wearing it for half an hour, do you? No, we must save the planet. Use less water, less detergents, and certainly less deodorant. Although you seem to have a lot of deodorant last night. Oh dear. I had to put a gas mask on as I walked past you. You must have about 3 bottles of deodorant and several bottles of aftershave on last night, Gustav. It's outrageous. Have you been somewhere, on a plane and come back and had all loads of duty-free stuff with you? Oh, I love it. Don't you love it when you're coming back off duty-free and there you are, quite innocently going along with your little bag of things and these disgusting people that smoke. And they try and get through loads of cigarettes and they get caught. I love it. I love it. I just stand there and I just fold my arms as I walk past and I just stop for a second, look straight. I go, they don't like that, You should do that. Next time you're coming back from another country, you're coming through not security, what is it? The customs. When you're coming through customs and someone's been stopped, just put your bag on the floor, look at them and go really loudly. You'll probably be pulled over as well at that point. So just make sure you haven't got anything naughty, like extra bottles of whiskey or anything or guns or things like that in your bag or drugs. Make sure you haven't got to dump it all in the bin outside if you decide to do the tutting. Okay? A little bit like that. Thank you, Gustav. He says it looked as big as the tent in the Great British Bake Off. I don't watch another cookery programme. How many more cookery programmes do we need on the telly, please? I mean, that Mary Bakehouse or whatever her name is, was it Mary Blackberry? Mary Strawberry? What's her name? I mean, she's all very nice, but I'm sick to how many times can I look at a bowl and see some flour and eggs and water being whisked around like that? It's so boring. Bring back Dad's Army. Dig up those wonderful actors. And let's have Dad's Army back on the telly and get rid of... I was watching... Where was I yesterday? Oh, we went out for a little bite to eat yesterday in a brewer's chef. I think it's a brewer's chef. Basically chips and something else. And there was a television programme. There was some fat puff on there. Did you see him? So I don't know what channel we was on yesterday afternoon. Oh, do this, do that. Oh, please, dear. We want to see real men on the telly, not puffs like that, dear, with their campness. It's the one thing I can't stand, it's campness. Now, Gustav, see you Friday, hopefully with you looking exceptionally thin in a black burqa. I don't have one of those. If you want to bring one in, I'll put it on. Okay? You bring one in, I'll put it on. As long as you come as the Blessed Virgin Mary. Hail Redeem. No, it's the wrong one. What's it? Immaculate Mary, our hearts are on fire. Ave, Ave, Ave Maria. There's 15 verses to that, dear. Oh, yes. Do you know what I love? I love it when you're at the end of a church mass and, you got that last hymn and oh, no, nice couple of verses to go out with, and they pull that one out. 15 verses. Verse 3, and you're thinking, God, how much longer is this? And the choir is really slow. And you've got that woman in the choir who's completely out of tune. There's always a woman in the choir who screams her head off and is completely out of tune. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Oh, now I've been seeking a globe, boys and girls. I want a globe, a large globe that turns here. Quite like that. We cannot find one other than those that are like £300 or 400 quid. And I know I love you very much, but £400 for a globe, dear. No. So I've come up with 2 alternative ideas. Now, as you can see, the mirror ball revolving. Don't worry, the mirror ball is not going. It's not going. But you see it revolving slowly before you're there. I could, I suppose, get a globe hanging down again and revolving slowly there. Now, that's one idea, okay? So I'm not quite sure how I would attach a thing to the top. There's probably a way to do it. I don't know. So there's that. Or Wendy, ages ago, sent me this little turntable thing. Now, the idea of the turntable was we put the little glass thing. Let me show you this if you haven't seen it before. This Wendy made. Now, this fell on my head a while back. Do you remember that? Oh, this is a crystal. It's very heavy. And as you can see, the United Kingdom Talk logo there. And at the bottom, I don't know if you can see the bit at the bottom, it says 10 years. This was a 10-year anniversary gift from the lovely Wendy. And the idea was, it goes on this little turntable that she sent me, and it would turn around and you'd see it. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out because you can't actually see it with it back there. I mean, we've tried lighting it up and all sorts of things. You see the glass thing, but you can't see the logo inside. So this kind of has been sitting around. I could, now this is, the only thing is this is flat, isn't it? It's flat. So I suppose I could find some way of attaching a globe to that and have that turning around. The only thing, I think this is a bit noisy, so I don't know. So we're still looking at ways of bringing in a revolving globe, boys and girls, and that'd be all well and nice. Now, the worry this morning I mentioned a moment ago, a slight catastrophe has occurred here at the United Kingdom Talk television complex, boys and girls, and that is, I can't find my wallet. I don't know where it is. I came in last night and I cannot find my wallet anywhere. Now, there's not a lot in it. There's about £10 worth of cash because I made some purchases yesterday in the shop. But, of course, all the cards. Now, the cards are pretty useless to anyone. I'm one of those very clever people who do not write down the PIN. So many people write down the PIN on a piece of paper and keep it in their wallet. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Because if someone then gets your card, puts the number in, and then the bank are not liable for that because you've given them the number. Never ever write down that number anywhere. So the cards are pretty useless to anyone. And I came in last night from work, and it's usually in a certain place, you know, and it's not there. I thought, oh, where have I put that? So I've checked my swimming bag, I've checked my pocket, I thought, oh, I can't find this. I then went back out to the car, had to open the garage again, turn the alarm off there, and oh, no, couldn't find it there either. So it can only be in one of two places, I think. either my mate's car, because he was driving around yesterday, we kind of take turns to drive around, or I've left it in the supermarket in Aldi. The last time I spent money was I took out, I'm very good with money, dear, £4.50 in coins, and handed it over to the very nice young man in Aldi yesterday for 2 cheese salads, and they're delicious. Sweet caramel ice cream. Oh, you got to try some of that. It's only £1.50. £1.50, and it's the tub. It's about the size of the cart door ice cream. Have you tried it? Oh, delicious, dear. Delicious. £1.50. £1.40. It's £1.49. And I think the cheese salads are £1.50. So I just bought those. I remember having my wallet, and I took the money out, gave it to the boy, and then picked up. I didn't have a bag with me. Perhaps that's probably what the problem is, right? Because I would have shoved my stuff in the bag along with the wallet and gone. So it's either in my mate's car, I think, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be in there, or I left it in Aldi. So maybe I should stop talking to you and ring up Aldi. That might be a sensible thing to do, mightn't it? So I'll let you know. So I'm a little bit worried at the moment this morning, not because of cash, the cards. You know, as I say, the cards are useless to everyone. But then, you know, if I've got to cancel, then we've got a week up to 10 days without any cards, dear. You know, I won't be able to buy any fuel. We can't be using cash, dear, not cash. So there we are. That's my little bit of a worry today. How are we doing? 16. Okay. Let's do... Where's that story gone? Oh, Wendy, I haven't read this out. I should have done this at the beginning of the show, actually. Run out of time to do this, Wendy. Wendy has got a swearing at work thing. We've got different things to say instead of swearing at work. So we'll try and do that tomorrow. Thank you very much for sending that in, Wendy. Here we are. 3 people die after their throats were caught on fighting kites. Be careful flying those kites. Did you used to fly kites as a child? We did. I did. Yeah, not very well. There used to be people in there and they'd be right high up, great big things. And some of the things wouldn't look like kites. Some of them like boxes and things like that. Anyway, 3 people, including 2 children, terrible really, have died after their throats were slashed by glass-coated kite strings. I mean, who in their right mind would make something like that? A 3 and a 4-year-old boy called Harry had poked their heads out of car sunroofs when they were struck by the strings which were caught around their necks. Terrible. This is in India. One witness said a string got stuck in his neck and he fell to the road, hitting his head on the divider. Dreadful. Glass-coated kite strings, or manja, are traditionally used on fighting kites, which try to cut the strings of competitors. Oh, we wouldn't have that any here, would we? What a dreadful thing, isn't it? Oh, horrible way to go. Glass-coated string. So you see you fly it, and then you try and cut the thing. I suppose the other kite would fly away, wouldn't it? Awful. And another little story that Johnny sent here. Please don't be ringing ambulances for no reason, dear. Look at this. A sore-footed shopper in Stratford-upon-Avon dials 999 for lift home. I've been on my feet all day and now my feet are hurting me so much that I can't walk. They're burning, she told the 999 operator. The 32-year-old asked West Midlands Ambulance Service to pick her up from Sheep Street. Sheep Street in Stratford-upon-Avon. And the paramedic tweeted, "We are not a taxi. Had been shopping all day, now sore feet and wants a lift home." Honestly, dear. What is it? During the call that took place, she said, "I've got 2 miles to walk home and I'm not going to make it in this condition." Well, what a shame. Have a sit down halfway then, you lazy old cow. The operator replied, "If there's a medical reason why you can't walk, then we would be taking you to the nearest available emergency department." The woman asked, "Hi, then from there, how am I going to get home?" The operator... I mean, how stupid are people? This is why the queues are so bad at casualty. I knew someone, when I was doing a radio show in London about 15 years ago, Liberty Radio, overnight show, and we used to have a nurse call in regular. They'd have the radio on in the background, kind of in casualty. And I went round to visit her one day, and she said, "Come and have a look through this." And she opened the curtain. She said, "See all these people out here? 75% of them have got cut fingers and sore throats. They shouldn't even be here. And why is it that people go to casualty when they're not supposed to? It's just terrible, terrible waste of resources. Let's do some birthdays today, boys and girls. First of all, got an email here from Gary Redpath. Good afternoon, Gaza, who says, ever since our mate Gary Cooper ate a packet of edible playing cards, he has been doing a lot of trumping. Oh, how awful. Edible playing cards? They used to have edible underwear, didn't they? Edible knickers. And why would you have some of that? I don't know. Happy birthday to Skid Mark for today, 6th of September. And Moneybags, both are 65 today. Happy birthday, boys. Oh, yeah, 65 years old. I'm only 12 years off that. 65 years old today. Happy birthday, boys. Okay, and here comes some more birthdays. Lots of familiar faces today. Let me just... Oh, excuse me. I think this is a fresh tissue today, incidentally. Not one out of the bin that I just think. Happy birthday today to Michael Peacock, 58 years old, a member of the Green Party, aren't you, Michael? Hello, Michael. Very, very colourful clothes, dear. Hopefully, perhaps you'll come down today to the Golden Lion, will you? In Camden Town, we've got karaoke tonight, boys and girls, at the Golden Lion in Camden Town. It's every Tuesday, starts at 9 p.m. and finishes at 12 midnight. You won't see an advert on my Facebook wall for that because it has become that busy. It's getting a bit, getting a bit difficult to juggle everything in there. But it's on tonight and every Tuesday. Karaoke at the Golden Lion, Camden Town, every Tuesday between 9 p.m. and 12 midnight. Michael, you're welcome to come down tonight. Happy birthday today. 58 today. Happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday today to Phil Brooke, 22 years old today. So you've been talking to me now 7 years. Phil contacted me ages and ages, years ago now, when this show was just like on the YouTube thing, which it still is, incidentally, and was asking me about videos. He did a few little videos himself, and now I think he's into sound and video production, and he's doing very well. So well done to you, Phil. Happy birthday today. 22 years old. Not bad, is it? Not bad. Happy birthday today to Oliver Johnson, 21 today. There's lots of little faces I recognise today. Happy birthday, Oliver. All right. Happy birthday today to John Knight, 30 years old today. John, just 2 more years, John, because my favourite age in my life was between 32 and 47. That was my favourite period, 32 to 40. Some people are a lot younger. They're like, prefer it when they were like 18. I would never, ever want to be a teenager again. No, thank you. If I was to be reborn or reincarnated as another human being and not a dog, cat or tree, then I would like to be born at the age of 30. 30 is a good age. So 32, just another couple of years to make, and everything will start working. Oh, it's wonderful then. Happy birthday to Sarah Alderson. Happy birthday. Hiding behind those dark shades, aren't you, Sarah? Sarah. Happy birthday, Benjamin Jacks. Also to one of our lovely, lovely Manilow people, Nancy Hebert. Herbert. Is it Hebert? There's no R there, is there? Nancy Hebert. I think it's Hebert. One of our wonderful Barry Manilow fans. Happy birthday, my darling. And happy birthday today to Jade Hill. Lots of birthdays. Let us sing the song. If I can find the music, there it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. It's not bad weather here for your birthday. There's no rain. It's just a bit hot and sticky. So have a wonderful day, everyone, okay? That's it for me today. Have a nice Tuesday, boys and girls, and maybe I'll see you tonight at the Golden Lion in Camden from 9 o'clock. Cheerio.